Hello everybody, it's me Roscoe and welcome to the latest instalment of Game Day, and we're arrived at Molineux as Town take on Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League, and it's another big one. Every game in this division is big, but today though, must win, 6-pointer. Kieran McKenna doesn't like that, but it's a big one. Town of course looking to get back to winning ways after 3 straight defeats. Wolverhampton Wanderers are the same. Gary O'Neill could be out of the job sooner rather than later. Today could be a big one for him. We shall see what happens. We've got the media scram rating, also got the team news and the thoughts of the Carry Army. Let's get right into it. Town players are on the pitch warming up. The crowd are just coming into the stadium. It's not too chilly. I thought it was going to be, but it's not too bad at all. Let's get right into it. Hope you enjoy. So as standard, I go into the media room, you get the food, and ladies and gentlemen, we are spoiled today. Look at this. Boom. That is going to get in my belly and I'm going to be very happy indeed. A pie, veg, pigs in blankets, the lot. Nice bit of gravy. Let's get in our belly, and team news is going to drop shortly soon, so let's see who's starting. Let's go. Okay, then we're now pitch side and we're here later than normal. Number 8's position. This is my spot for the whole game to get my snappy snaps. A bit of fire behind me. Town fans there as well. There's 3 changes for Town's team. Harry Clark is in, Produce Day's in, and also Wes Burns in for Sammy Smollett. He's not involved at all today. So there we go, those are the changes. I've gone for the Town win. We shall see if that is the case today. But yeah, trying to get some snappy snaps. Let's see how we get on. And the fire, woo! Okay, then second half is about to kick off. It was 1-0 in the first half. Connor Chaplin goal. I think it's going to go down as an own goal. Very scruffy one indeed. Town very much on top. They need another goal to make sure they're comfortable. But yeah, bring on the second half. The whistle just blown. Let's go. Wow, what a way to end today's game. It's just Town 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Jack Taylor back post header to win it later on. Here wasn't my friend. We're normally on the other end of this, but today we are the team to do it to another team and get all 3 points.
Nice to deliver one of those gut punches rather than take one for a change, mate. It's moments like that that you do it for, isn't it? Away ends like that. Absolutely brilliant. Who'd have thought that towering in, crashing in at the back post would be Jack Taylor of all people. I hope someone near me filmed the corner, because you'll hear me say, sake, this isn't going in, is it? Yeah. 2 seconds later. Bloody hell, I was just over the moon. You can't complain with that, can you?
That's football, mate.
It is.
A roller coaster of emotions. Obviously, we took the lead.
Yeah.
Connor Chaplin, loads of deflections, probably an own goal.
Looked goal of the season contender.
Yeah, very much so.
Decent first half.
Yeah, I thought
decent
we did well,
first half. Rode our luck at times. They started well, grew into it, got a foothold in the game. Think we deserved to get a goal, and then sort of saw the half out. And then the second half, oh dearie me.
Yeah. Wolves, they're always going to come into the game, weren't they? I always felt they're going to score, and they did. And then they could have scored another straight away afterwards. Thankfully, no. And then, those 5 minutes.
It looked... they were pushing, weren't they?
They were more likely to score, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're the team with the pressure on them. They're at home. And at that point, I was just thinking, just don't concede again, Town. Just do not concede again. And they didn't. They didn't. And they popped up at the corner at the end. Brilliant. Great stuff. Love football.
Oh, do. Yeah, when that happens. But if it happens against us,
I've always liked it.
Yeah.
Always liked it. Always liked it for the past 20 minutes.
Definitely. And it's obviously a massive result
Great
against
result.
A relegation rival in a way.
Well, the way I see it, Ross, is we've had so many of those games where you've gone 1 up and then it sort of tips against you. This time we've tipped the scales in our favour, and we've come home with the 3 points. So hopefully that can be a sort of really pivotal result going into quite a tough run of games. I think I know for some people it was a must not lose, must win, whatever. I think I think we did have to win today, and we've done that. We've delivered on that, and see where we go, won't we? We've obviously gained on Leicester. They've been absolutely thumped today, I believe.
They were losing 4-0 when I last looked.
I think it finished 4.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's potentially shaping up to be a decent sort of weekend for us. Now let's sort of, get through these difficult games, see if we can get anything, but bloody hell, man.
Oh,
bloody hell. Jackie Taylor.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, well,
off the bench, but he had a good game, I thought, against Bournemouth. Did okay. And then
likes a goal against Wolves.
He does. He scored an absolute cracker, didn't he?
Against them in the cup.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I mean, not much more to say really, mate.
We came, we saw, we just about conquered, going home with 3 points. Bosh.
Top man.
Up a town.
Well, up next, we've got a great duo. It's the Sweet Welsh Prince, Harvey Davis and Bainesy. Boys, that second half wasn't the greatest watch, but we got there in the end. Late winner from Jackie Taylor. Who wants to start? Bainesy, I'm next to you right here, so Harvey, come on.
I'll forgive you, mate. I'll forgive you.
Yeah, it's fine. Mate, you could bottle that, couldn't you? And just keep, having a bit of it. Don't know where I'm going with that, really. But a win for Town.
If you could bottle it, I would buy it because that was fantastic. Wasn't always pretty, wasn't always particularly nice on the eye, but we got the result, and that's what matters. And it was really important considering the games we've got coming up. It could have been very different had Burns' fizz and effort gone in, or Delap put it in, the crowd getting on their back. And then Wolves got back in the game. If they could actually shoot or hit a barn door, then they could have been back in it. But we just kept plugging away. Vintage Championship Ipswich.
Yeah.
Nice little late away goal. I end up on my backside on the row behind. Lovely. Wouldn't miss it for the world. What a game. What a finish.
Yeah, we've been on the other end of it this season, haven't we, Harvey? Where the other team have scored late on.
Yeah.
But for me, I thought Wolves were more likely to score, but thankfully not. Jack Taylor, boom, back post header, love it.
Yeah, I mean, at 1-1, you think, don't you, the crowd starts getting behind them. Momentum's a little bit on their side, and they've got good. They've got Cunha, who's a really good player. They've got some good players in there. So you think then you worry a little bit for us, and I did worry a little bit. I thought we rode our luck at times, but their finishing was really poor. But with this Ipswich Town team, you just know they're never ever going to give in. We saw that, as Bainesy said, in the Championship. We saw it in League One as well, but more last year. But unbelievable. Scenes were just. My voice is gone, as you could probably tell. I was hugging random people here, there, and everywhere. And what a game, what a day. This is why we do it, isn't it? We go through last week was painful, really painful loss, but with this group of players, no matter if we're playing poorly, if we're playing well, they're never going to give in, never. It's drilled into them now for nearly 3 years. So absolutely delighted. Makes it even more important. You look at the table now. It could have looked extremely different if the result had stayed the way it was, or if they grabbed a winner. So with the games we got coming up, I thought it was really important we got a win today, and we did. And obviously Leicester lost as well, which helped. So yeah, it's positive, and I'm looking forward to watching Match of the Day tonight, seeing what Alan Shearer's got to say. And should be a good watch. Looking forward to it.
Top man. Anything else to say?
I think man of the match Q stays absolutely superb.
Smooth.
So calm, so assured, so strong. He's a real top player, and I think he ran the midfield fantastically today. So yeah, I think some of them weren't at it. Sometimes our set pieces, the crosses weren't quite there, but he was fantastic. And as Harvey said, they kept plugging away, which is.
We finally scored from a set piece.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's all we can ask for. Don't give up. And they didn't. We got a really important 3 points.
K-Dog, you're just filming good old Bainesy and Sweetheart Prince Harvey Davis's video. You're up next, mate. Thoughts on that one? Your raw reaction seeing a late winner.
Oh, it's a stuffed dreams made of it.
Sorry.
Wow, unreal. It's great scenes, isn't it?
Oh.
But thought we were going to throw that away.
Yeah.
Bit of a scrappy, awful, horrendous goal in the first half. Not really sure what happened. I couldn't really see it from here.
Deflections all over the place.
Yeah, it should have gone in about 5 shots before, really. And it just ended. And I said to the guys, people around me, and my dad, it's a goal both scored and conceded by teams in the bottom 3. It's a proper, horrible, awful, scrappy, anti-football goal. But you take it. But then I just think we sat off them for an hour. We let them play football. Yeah. We let them play. We let them into it. Because the first goal turned the crowd.
It did.
And I just feel like. We really should have just gone right now. We're in control. We kick on, score a second, score a third, really kill the game, really kill the crowd. They were singing for their owner to be out. They were singing for O'Neill to be sacked. And then we let them play, which then gets the crowd back on side, because then they think, the teams are playing well. Their goal, then they scored. And you couldn't say at that point it hadn't been coming. We're having some debate about whether Muric could have done better or not. I think he should have done. Long way from where we were in it, but it's one of those ones. Seeing the replay. Perhaps he should have done better, but you can't really say it's his fault. It's taken it by surprise. It's a really well hit shot, but in the end, it doesn't matter. And it's nice to be able to talk about these things when ultimately Jack Taylor, what a good goal. You say we finally scored from a set piece. It's our first headed goal, is it not?
Yeah, must be.
I had stat last. We haven't scored from a headed.
Did the lap get
No, I was something on him.
A headed goal.
I'm sure I heard
sorry,
something on the Amazon Prime coverage of the Palace game that we hadn't scored a headed goal, and we didn't score a headed goal last week.
So there you go. That's that.
Yeah, so which is good. Finally, I just thought it was a really good corner. Something had to change because I just don't think the set piece delivery up until that point in the game had been that particularly good. And Jack Hartwell, perfect ball, right where you want it. Jack Taylor out of nowhere climbs above everybody. And it's in the back of the net, and then
jumping on everybody,
hugging everybody.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, because this might have gone unnoticed in the just general pandemonium, Jack Taylor celebration, 15 out of 10.
Yeah.
What it was knee slide,
jump
shirt
over the hurdle things,
but all in one motion.
Yeah.
It's knee slide, shirt off, over the hoardings into the crowd, all in one motion. Beautiful, just unreal. I think we deserved that, really, because they were a good side. We weren't better, but I do think on balance we probably were the better team. We just let them have a lot more of the ball. They did have the better chances. If their strikers knew what the goal looked like, perhaps it would have been a bit of a cricket score. But it's not how football works, is it? And I think we really needed that, because the last two results against teams around us haven't gone our way. We were looking a little bit cut adrift. 3 points now. We're a point off Palace. They've got Brighton tomorrow, which is not an easy game for them. So we could, it means that worst case scenario we stay where we are and we're only 4 points off, or we could stay a point off, and that's massive considering our next 3 games in Newcastle, Arsenal and Chelsea, which if we got maybe 2 points out of that, we'd be thinking that's a good effort. But but with momentum now into next week, we've got a second win. That helps. It's just getting that win at home and a bit of momentum in the new year, hopefully. Cheers, Ross.
Well, Dazza, you've been waiting patiently. You've had it to time to, well, still raw because it was still only 10 minutes after the full-time whistle, my friends. But yeah, your thoughts on that? What a way to end it.
Yeah, I know you'd like to think waiting patiently means I've got something worthwhile to say, but I don't know what to say, to be honest. It's just absolutely over the moon with it. You come to a game like this and you think, I know people are saying, Kieran McKenna would say it's not 6-pointer, and all games we've got to look at as equally important, but it is massive today. I came here with a couple of Wolves fans today, and they were worried, but I think the trouble is that 1-0 up, we looked all right first half. Not absolutely in control of it, but I thought it was okay. And we got into half time and I looked at it and I thought, Wolves look like a bottom 6 team. Yeah. They look like they belong in this scrap with us. And you think, well, if that's the case, if we know we're in a scrap with a team like this, we've got to start winning them. And then when they get back into the game and just the whole, it's one of those where the crowd turns and you're just thinking, and then they're having shot after shot after shot. Didn't really see it coming, but super subs. Oh, absolute super subs.
In Championship League One, that helped us a lot. Yeah, obviously we ain't got the depth as we used to. But
no, but we haven't seen it work out like that for a little while. And then for both Clark and Taylor to combine. I've got to be honest, I had no idea it was Taylor until probably 10 minutes after the final whistle, because it was
a bundle. Everyone's celebrating. I know he took the shirt off, but everyone's just celebrating.
I know the celebration was great. I saw nothing of it, so looking forward to seeing Match of the Day tonight, so I can actually see what happened there. I've got to also say as well, Kajust. What a player we've got there, And I know we were talking a lot about Calvin Phillips before the start of the season, but Kajust, honestly, I really hope this guy stays. I really hope we stay up and this guy stays, because how on earth we've got hold of him, I don't know. But yeah, absolutely over the moon with it. And it's nice to think as well. It's nice to come out here and hear the back-to-back promotions from Watford last year, nearly a year ago today. Yeah. I think just a couple of days ago. Good vibe. You've got to love winning at this time of year, haven't you? And we need to. So yeah, delighted.
Well, in for a crew, my friend. I've spoken to you for 3 games in a row, and we lost all those games. 4. Bloody hell. But thankfully, mate, we've won today, thanks to a late winner for a good old Jackie Taylor. How does that make you feel?
Leapt like a salmon.
Oh.
It's a weird ending to the game, because as soon as they get the equaliser, you think there's only one winner here, and the game really opened up and we looked a bit dishevelled, I guess. We're out of our shape, and Wolves had quite a few chances in that 15-minute period, and then the last 5 minutes I thought, actually, we look like the team who wanted to go on and win it.
Definitely.
And what I'm lost for words.
Yeah. Still raw.
I mean, you got to say, it wasn't a great game of football. It was two struggling sides. You could tell both teams struggling with confidence. But I thought we deserved that in the end because, to be honest, when Wolves got the equaliser, I didn't see that coming. I mean, the fans had already turned. You could tell they'd booed a few times when
half-time whistle blew, massive boos, and I was like, ooh.
Well, it was about what? Was it about 2 or 3 minutes before they got the equaliser? They had a couple of balls right outside the area that got overhit and ran through to Muric, and each time the fans suddenly just went boo like that, and you could tell they were getting on the backs. Then the goal came out of nowhere. I don't want to be critical of Muric because I thought he actually had a really good game today. He did come out and collect and control things, but it is a very tight angle. I think he still probably has to save that from there. He has hit it really well, really early, but as a goalkeeper myself,
a decent 7-a-side goalkeeper, I have to say, and 5-a-side.
Yeah, smaller nets, but but I mean, the angle, it just looks like he shouldn't be able to get it in that space that there was, but it doesn't really matter now. It's all academic. 3 points. Much needed, back in the race. Only a point away now from safety. So we're back in that group. That was the worry about seeing that group just starting to get bigger, and we're now back right in it. And it's a huge win against a team that are also struggling. And I've just seen as well scenes like last week. Yuri Lemina obviously got his captaincy taken off him last week at West Ham after losing his head. Well, apparently Cunha and Out Nouri had to be held back after the final whistle.
Sore losers.
So there is some serious issues in that dressing room at the moment for Wolves. But for us, we just kept going, and it's just amazing. And got to say, kudos. I mean, normally Leif Davis takes the corners, but brilliant corner in by Clark. And yeah, we go back happy. Bring on Newcastle next week, who beat Leicester 4-0. So
ignore that bit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a good result for us in one way because they've beaten Leicester, so that keeps them in there. But I still think we could get something out of Newcastle next week, just because I think they are a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde side. They do have moments where they have games where they're a little bit, and then they have games like today where they've battered someone. So, but if we can get something out of next week, even if it's a point. I know we're looking for that first home win, but even if it's a point, that's 4 points going into this really horrific winter run, then leaves us in good confidence. And I thought actually the subs today excelled themselves. Ali Al-Hamadi I thought was really good when he came on. I know he only had 8 minutes, but...
He had a chance to score, didn't he? Came very close,
But overall, it was absolutely brilliant. And again, I've got to say it, Cam Burgess was a man mountain at the back.
Man.
I mean, if we're talking about potential assets going forward, I mean, Burgess has probably like quadrupled in his time in the Prem. He's been immense. So great day, great journey home. Yes. Can sit and watch Match of the Day tonight and enjoy all the pundits kind of spitting their tea out while they're talking about it. And let's go on to next week. Upper Town.
Oh man.